Right, so welcome back to the channel. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. First and foremost, I just want to say that this is going to be a bit of a weird update because half of it's been seen on stream, half of it hasn't. So if you want to know, my Manchester United beta save kind of come to a grinding halt on stream. Reason being is we built a very good tactic. The link to that is down in the description. I made a video that I released yesterday all about that. You can go check it out. But we did really well. Like I said, we built this really good system. We brought a load of good players in. We spent a hell of a lot of money. And it just got boring. It just got boring to play on stream because we were just 4-5-0 in every game. And it just lost, for me, it just lost I lost the will to play the save. And I think for me as well, I've decided what save we're going to do next. That will be tomorrow's video. It's the GOAT challenge, which will be uploaded tomorrow, and I'll tell you all about it. And hopefully, fingers crossed, today, i.e. Tuesday, the 9th, the game is out. So I will be starting the GOAT challenge, and we'll talk all about it in tomorrow's video. But what I wanted to do is I just didn't want to leave it here. Like the save is done. The United save, we've played 2 seasons of it. And let me explain where we got to at the end of the 2nd season, because I have played it offline to get the season done to be able to produce the video to show you guys the tactic. Just jump straight in. So if you can see there, massive signings from season 1. We'll go through them very shortly, but this is how we finished up. Like I said, this tactic, Doop's at the wheel. It's Conte's 3-5-2. You can find the link to the video down in the description because that is yesterday's video. I talk you through how I play it, why I play it, how to play it, and a link to download it. It's phenomenal. But this was our best team. All black and gold. Bastoni, Varane, and Skriniar. We had Kimmich, Barella, and Fernandes as the 3 midfielders. And Mbappe as a wide midfield support, which, to be honest, we're going to break that performance down because, seriously, a very defensive system and a very defensive role for him and Sancho. And we'll break down their statistics because that's the best I've ever got out of Sancho. And Sancho's a difficult player to get good, in my opinion. And we'll go through that. And then we have Cristiano Ronaldo and Haaland up top. And let's break the performances down. As you can see on the right-hand side, you can probably guess that we've done very well as there was lots of green. But let's see how well we have done. Actually, no. Let me take you through the transfers and show you just how much money I have spent. Glaziers, put your fingers in your ears because you ain't going to want to know how much money I spent. So we had Boubacar Kamara coming in on a free transfer. That was signed, sealed, and delivered. He doesn't play that many games this season, but he was the plan for to be future. I hadn't, when I started the save, I hadn't found out or hadn't decided what I wanted to do. So because I hadn't decided what I wanted to do, I had to plan for the future as well, in case we did 4 or 5 seasons of this. But Boubacar Kamara, a good player, and he will become a good player, but unfortunately, we kind of stifled him because we played him like twice, I think. Next up was the big Sam Johnson. He didn't really play at all, but he was just brought in as a backup goalkeeper on a free. He is an emergency backup. He's on 60 grand a week. Money. Wow. But yes, he was happy to come in. It ticked boxes for the Champions League and our league registration rules. So it was a sensible signing. Then we got SMS in to play in that midfield. Like I said, we had, at the time, we had Bruno, Barella, and Pogba. And I wanted to upgrade on that, and I wanted to be able to offer the rotation. SMS came in and played a handful of games, 21 games he's played across the season. We were bedding him in, we were rotating him. We had a lot of games to play. We were in a lot of competitions, which we'll get to shortly. But yeah, he's a good player and probably should have played him more. But we did then go and buy an incredible signing later. Another one that we've probably killed, one for the future, Declan Rice. Rice he's brought in as backup for centre-back, libero, ball winner, and box to box. He can play all of those roles for me. He was brought in for that purpose and that purpose only. He hasn't played as much as I'd want him to play, but he would play more going down the line. He's a very versatile, very good player, and I think this guy, one day, in IRL as well, is going to be huge. But at the moment, my main focus was just get him in, rotate him where I need him, and kind of use him and abuse him, unfortunately. But I think, you know, he would have a long and very successful career at Manchester United, and I feel that he would probably go on to be our captain one day. I don't think we've mentioned this, but we brought Bastoni in right at the end of the window last year. So right at the start of the window, I should say. Bastoni left-footed sided centre-back, 6'3", 17 jumping reach, 15 heading. He's good at tackling. He's my perfect centre-back. I bleat on in my tactic videos that if you're playing a 3 at the back or a 2 at the back, that you need to have these makeups, these model centre-backs, and Bastoni really fits into that. So at least I practice what I preach. We also brought Theo Hernandez in for that left-hand side. We were going to play wing-backs, which would have meant Theo Hernandez would have played a lot more than he did. It just happened to be that we'll show you in a minute, but Kylian Mbappe just seemed to have bossed that role, and he played more. I would take Kylian Mbappe over Theo Hernandez any day of the week. Then we only got Skriniar. Skriniar is a really good player, tall, strong. He can head the ball too. He's a good tackler. He reads the game well. In a back three, he's almost perfect. I mean, it was an easy decision. Strikers. So strikers is a weird one. No, Rashford wanted to leave, so we had to make a decision on this. We brought Lautaro Martinez in to cover the fact that Rashford would play on the left, but then Rashford couldn't play the defensive winger role, so I didn't really want Rashford. So Rashford wanted to leave. I was happy for him to go. We brought Lautaro Martinez in. Hey, again, a future run. And also Liverpool wanted him. We had the financial clout to beat them to that. Liverpool beat us to the top of the league last year. And a goal scorer would only make them better. It was a bit of that. It was a little bit of that, really. Then we looked at the right side. So still, this is the point where we are playing. We're playing wing backs at this rate. All right? At this state, we are playing wing backs. We are going to play the flat back three with the two wing backs, the ball winning midfielder, two midfielders and the two strikers. So we were playing more of two banks of three for our back line, right? So I thought Kimmich was the man. Kimmich is the best player in that position. He is such a good player. Like he's just so, he could play pretty much anywhere, even with 11 finishing and 16 composure. I bet he could still do a job up front. He's just such a good player. If you ever have the opportunity to purchase him because he is so gifted and he was so versatile. He ended up actually playing that ball-winning midfielder role where I thought Barella would beat him to it, but he's better than Barella, so I couldn't not. And the last but not least, this was a bit of a joke, I'm not going to lie. At the end of the window, we had about 11 million to spend. I structured a deal for Oblak for 175 million with 11 million up front. This is a bit of a piss take, really. We needed a world-class goalkeeper. De Gea just isn't that. Oblak was available. He wanted to come to us. I didn't have the money. I just did a madness. Look, it's a beta save for me. I'm not that fussed how a beta save goes. When you listen to the video tomorrow about the GOAT challenge, you're going to see exactly what I'm going to be working with. This is just like my palate cleanser, in my opinion. But Oblak came in. So let me talk you through a few madnesses going out the other way. Scott McTominay, great player attribute-wise. He genuinely is actually a very good player, very tall, very strong. He can tackle. He just has 9 vision. He wears a blindfold most of the day, but he's good and he's a good player. But we got 50 million for him, and when we got players like Kimmich and Barella in front of him, I don't see him getting in. We also had Camavinga, which we spoke about at the end of last review. I didn't see him getting in front of Camavinga either. So unfortunately, that was just the way it was going to be. He went for 50 million. We could have kept Telles. I think defensively he's brilliant. For what I wanted, but because we were going to play that wide midfielder role and we had Theo Hernandez and we had Mbappe and we had, actually at the time, we had Rashford to play that role. Telles, I mean, they offered me 50 million for Telles. I had to let him go. Like, I needed to recruit money to be able to structure into deals. So 50 million for Telles, it was a no-brainer. 30 million for Dalot. Again, exactly the same as Telles on the left, but with Dalot on the right. We had Pereira. We have Sancho that's going to play that wide midfield role. Dalot was not going to get in. Chelsea came in. I didn't really want to sell him to Chelsea. I offered him out to a few places. We got 30 million for him. It's a good sale for us, in my opinion. Quite a strange one, but Twins AB. Again, I'll reiterate. Varane, Maguire, Bastoni, Boubacar Kamara, Skriniar. We had Declan Rice that could play there. There's 6 into 3. Plus, now Twins AB, that's 7 into 3 spaces. It was going to get ugly. They came in and offered me for 25, 30 million for him. I'm going to say yes. I need to recoup the money. Oh, Donny van der Beek, he had a loan deal. He had a fixed fee in his loan deal. He's done really well at Benfica, to be fair to him. And I wish him all the best. 20 odd million, I think it was. So that's kind of the sales in, the sales out. I think we were like, we overspent, let's put it that way. But we're still positive finances, and the finances aren't terrible. Let me show you how we got on in the season. First and foremost, the league. We won the league, 103 points. We lost 3, we drawn 1, and we won 34. Liverpool were 11 points behind. 9 points behind us in the end. I mean, that's still an absolute feat from Liverpool. You can see why I wanted to stop them from being able to score, right? Because that is tremendous. The amount of points they've actually won, fair play to them. Arsenal in third, City in fourth, and then Leeds in fifth. Chelsea down in ninth, which is a bit strange. Norwich, Fulham, and Watford going down. But you need to put your eyes over to the player stats. Ronaldo, 45 goals this season in the league alone. The man is 38. If you look down here, 64 goals, 18 assists in those 55 games, an average rating of 7.79, sorry. He's currently in his second spell at Manchester United, 67 appearances, 65 goals total. That, my friends, is crazy. Like, that is nuts. And that's league alone, by the way. That's not everything else. So he's doing very, very well there. He's set to retire, I believe. Yeah, he won't sign as a player. He's set to retire. He's done. He's done for. He's no more. He's given up on the game. And I disagree. To be honest, I think he's good enough to carry on. If you look at the results that he's got this year, yeah, he plans to retire on the 20th of June, which is nutty. He could still do it. Absolutely boss it. And in Haaland's 21 goals, which again is brilliant. Bruno Fernandes on a 7.90, and Ronaldo 7.85. Just tremendous. Just such good. Just done so well. Assist, Bruno Fernandes got 27 assists. The next was Rafinha with 12. I mean, it's just mad, right? Mad. Next is the English FA Cup. We actually beat Newcastle in the final. Yeah, there's not really much to say about this. The run wasn't too difficult. Ronaldo with 5 goals, Haaland with 5 goals. The run itself, we had City in the 5th round, but and Arsenal in the semis. But apart from that, we had Huddersfield, Brighton, City, Charlton, Arsenal, and then Newcastle in the final. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We did quite well. It took us extra time to beat City. City were a little bit of a thorn in our side, but I'm assuming that's probably the balance of the fact that they are a difficult side to play, right? Talking of difficult sides to play, the cup that we wanted to win, unfortunately we never. The Carabao Cup, we could not win back-to-back Carabao Cups. Manchester City beat us in the semi-final, and then they went on to lose 5-1 against Liverpool. So who's the real winner? I'll let you decide. And last but not least, the Champions League. Now Haaland had a fucking field day here. 15 goals in the Champions League. However, we went out to Bayern Munich 5-4 on aggregate, meaning that we lost that. I think it's Bayern versus Valencia in the final. They're yet to play. I don't mind. I don't care, to be fair. But Haaland done really well. Ronaldo again 7 goals. Bruno Fernandes with 9 assists. It's just overall superb. Anyone overly upset about the amount of money I spent? We're still positive balance. Projection-wise, looks decent. I mean, we're still earning a lot of money. Wages are going to be massively helped with the fact that 500 grand a week is coming back to us for Ronaldo leaving as well. Marcus Rashford would not sign another contract with us. He's actually going to Bayern Munich, so there's another 200 grand saved a week. And big David De Gea, 350 million, 32-year-old David De Gea could still do a job with All Black. Is not needed, but 350 grand a week. He played like 0 in the league this year. I made my intentions clear to him. I put him on the transfer list. Nobody wanted him. You know, that it's still got legs, this, because the finances are fine. So we might spend a lot of money. We may have a big squad, but we've got some players we can turn over. Players that I wanted to highlight to you. So Kylian Mbappe as a wide midfielder support. Now, many are going to probably shoot me for this, but let me talk you through my decisions. I'll talk you through the decisions with Sancho, and you can see what I mean. The two main factors of Kylian Mbappe not being great in this role is the fact he can't tackle in this position, in this pool. The concern with the tackling doesn't bother me too much. We have the ball winner, which will mop up. He'll float over to the left-hand side. He'll support Mbappe with that. And it'll also give Mbappe the out ball where, Mbappe will give the ball winner the out ball when he'll be able to bomb on. His positioning, again, doesn't really concern me. We asked him to stay out wide. They are out of position anyway. So what's the point of having good positioning? The fact that he can cross the ball, he can pass the ball, for me, he does very well. Now, you can say, oh, why don't you just train tackling? Still can't train it. We still can't train tackling. I don't know why we can't train tackling. If somebody knows why we can't train it, let me know. But unfortunately, we can't train tackling. Just so you're aware, his stats for the season, 36 games in the league, 11 goals, 7 assists, 3 man of the matches, and a 7.52 average rating playing as a wide midfielder support. It's not bad. Not bad. Overall, he got 16 assists, 13 goals in 56 games. Very good season from him. Next up is Jaden Sancho. Sancho for me is a difficult player. I've really struggled with Sancho on the beta. I've played him as a winger, an inverted winger. I've played him as an inside forward. I've played him as a Mazzala. I've retrained him as an advanced playmaker. We've gone for the wide midfielder role now. He is good player. He is good player. He is a very good player. However, I just can't seem to get him to work. We seem to have done quite well here. Now, is this because he's in a good side? Potentially. And that may be why he's making him look better. However, 57 games, 7 goals, 15 assists. His average rating of a 7.43. I think he's doing what I want him to do. Top goal scorers would be Ronaldo 64, Haaland 45, Mbappe 13, Bastoni 12. Just shows those corners are still not nerfed yet. You can see there's goals from everyone. There's assists from everyone. Kimmich getting 7 assists. The assists as well. 41 for Bruno, 18 for Ronaldo, 16 Mbappe, 16 Sancho, 14 Haaland, 10 Barella. It's just good maths. The squad is full of absolute talent. The team is operating well. We didn't get a quick clean sweep, which I would have liked. However, we have now won everything we could possibly win on this save. There's not a trophy that we haven't won. So, Ollie, just play the Conte tactic that you tried to play. Spend £1 billion and you'll be fine. Guys, that is it, though. That is everything. There will be a video tomorrow explaining the new save, which will be live over on Twitch. The video won't. The video will be here, but the save will be over on Twitch. Updates will be on the Doop Scoop pod. The link will be in the description. Also, there'll be updates like this on the GOAT challenge. That will also be here as well on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do want to play this tactic as well, the link is down in the description. It's the Conte 352. Dupes at the wheel, I've called it. Because it was a great suggestion by Pav. Cheers, Pav. But yeah, until next time, peace out, much love. We'll see you very, very soon. Goodbye. I don't know why I do that, but I do it.